Hello and welcome to Silver Wheel Tarot. Today I wanted to jump on here and do another Ancestor reading for you. So as I was preparing for this reading and pre-shuffling these decks, I had a couple cards jump out and I feel like I've already connected really to the Ancestor that wants to come through and give a message. And the energy is quite the comedian, almost a little snarky, but pretty fun. So let me go ahead and read you. This card came out as I was going to shuffle the deck. Beautiful deck, Lavish Earth Oracle. I believe I got this one on Etsy. And this beautiful Celestite card came out, and I don't think this card has ever actually come up for me in a reading before. And yeah, I really feel like this is the theme that wanted to come through for the message today. So the little saying around the outside says, "The beloved sometimes wants to do us a great favor, hold us upside down, and shake the nonsense out." And it has key words here of underlying strength, personal growth, and communication. So I feel like this energy is the Ancestor is really kind of speaking to when we're just being ridiculous, like too much in our head, too close, to the tree to see the forest, right? You can't see the forest for the tree, I think is how that saying goes. And you just really need to kind of take a step back and let go of all the stuff and the drama and tap in a little bit. So the rest of the information here says Celestite on the surface appears to have a lovely, gentle, uplifting quality. Do not be deceived. This seemingly sweet crystal has a strong and stimulating effect on the spiritual and psychic development. Look to Celestite for purpose and determination when your desire is to grow. Celestite is often associated with the throat chakra. Because of this, it can be used to help bridge the communication gap you may experience with others. As you grow and change as a spiritual being, Celestite is the principal source of strontium, I'm not sure how to say that, an element commonly used in fireworks. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then as I read that, I'm like, yeah, this is definitely the theme of the message. I'm starting thinking, is this for me or is this for the message? And it's like, yes, definitely this was for the message. And I look over and the card that was right on top of this deck that I had already pre-shuffled was the Devil card. So I thought that was just pretty cool because you've got this sense of shaking the nonsense out of someone. You just imagine someone hanging upside down, almost like the Hanged Man. But instead of to gain another perspective, it's to shake the nonsense out of you, to kind of get yourself straight again when you get put back on your 2 feet. And I feel like this double energy, like the Devil card, oftentimes I feel like life or spirit or the divine really can throw things, a curveball your way, things that might trigger you or upset you, but it's not intended to take you out. It's intended to shake it out to the surface so you can face it and deal with it and actually grow. So this stone here, the energy of this stone is to really help with giving you that sense of purpose and determination when you have a desire to grow. So you might have to face a few of your personal demons or vices or whatever it might be, and face that and let things get shooken up a little bit. Maybe a little bit of a tower moment or something, is coming to mind. May not be the most comfortable, but, Spirit really has your best interest at heart. So that is really what came through with here. So great start. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to shuffle and pull some cards from this deck. This is the Uncover Your Past Lives Oracle. Love this deck. Works actually great for not only past lives, but also ancestor readings and spirit guides as well. If you work with guides that show themselves in human form or may have been like past masters or things like that. So, but today we're tapping into an ancestor who, you know, I can already feel the energy here. And let's go ahead and see what we've got here. So the lesson, no, death wants to come up here to start. Typically on these cards, when you pull the first one over, it's whatever is on the highest section here, whether even if it's kind of like tilted a little. So hopefully this isn't triggering to anyone, but we have the ancestor died by suicide. And let's just go around the circle here. So the location that they were was Central or South America. Okay. And the trauma they experienced in their life, loss of status or reputation, okay, their faith, magic-based. Immediately I sensed that the loss of reputation was based around their spiritual beliefs. So let's see what type of love was in their life. Spinster. Okay. Identity. Child, you know, I'm getting a very childlike, you know, I said this energy came across as funny, but also a little snarky. I can see it can be a very, maybe a young energy. Okay, what time frame did they live in? Oh, pre-Earth. That hasn't come up for me in a reading. I'll probably pull the book out and look at that. And what lesson did they learn? Hubris. Okay. I feel like I'm feeling led. I don't usually do this a lot, but I'm going to pull the book out and actually read the little section for each one of these. If you don't want to hang out for that, then you can skip forward to the tarot cards. I have the book over here, but it's really a great little book. And let's see here. Looking for is the beginning of that section. Sorry, I wasn't anticipating doing this. Well, I see swindler right here. Is this not in alphabetical order? Interesting. Okay, so we didn't have a swindler. We had a spinster. Here it is. Of course, I had a little bookmark, but it wasn't sticking out the side. All right. Getting it together here. We got 3 blank cards. That is actually the back. Well, you guys, is this another one? These are all like the main themes. So this deck has backside to it, as well as the side. And it looks like the main part of this, I guess let me just look at the contents. That'd probably help. Okay, using the back of the cards. Time frame lesson, here we go. These are the themes we have here. So let's go ahead and see, death is at 214. So it's all the way at the back of the book here. That's why. Way past the spreads and everything. Okay. It says you may have taken, this ancestor may have taken their own life due to depression, to escape persecution, to martyr self, or for spiritual reasons. Okay, I mean, that really kind of goes along with this loss of reputation based on a magic-based faith. The lesson, let's go ahead and go from beginning to end of this section. The lesson is hubris. Let's see what the cards have to say. Oh, did I miss it? Ah, here we go. Your lesson may have involved letting go of egotism or a sense of entitlement. Perhaps you were challenged to demonstrate more humility and altruism, or needed to learn to place the needs of others or community above your own. Okay, we already did the death, so let's just go through these. Location. So hopefully this helps someone. I feel like it's taking quite a bit of time, but I really felt led to do this. So location here, we have Central or South America. You may have lived in location now known as part of Central or South America. The trauma, loss of status or reputation. This ancestor may have lost their status or reputation. Perhaps their reputation suffered due to their own wrongdoing or through experiencing financial or other hardship, or may have been a victim of someone's malicious gossip. I'm really feeling that, you know, more like it's definitely based on beliefs here. That's coming through pretty strong for me. Faith, magic-based. Okay, and I'm having to, it's in, you know, saying you, but we're talking about an ancestor here, so bear with me as I kind of translate it here. The ancestor may have been interested in working with spiritual laws or forces, dark or light. As such, may have practiced sorcery, witchcraft, or voodoo, or experimented with spells, curses, hexes, or other forms of spiritual manipulation. Okay. Love, spinster. And maybe maybe I'm needing to read these individually so that I get a little bit more than just what I'm getting from the cards. I might be dealing with more than one specific ancestor here, or whoever is called to listen to this message. There we go. Spinster. The ancestor may have been a spinster or never married, maybe couldn't find a suitable match, or preferred to remain single. identity, we have child. It says here with a past life event, even though we're using this for ancestors, I'm feeling like that might apply to the ancestor as well. With a past life event or situation you are reading, you may have played, or the ancestor may have played a role of a child in an important way, or it defined how they saw themselves. If reading a current relationship, you were the other party's child in a past life. I don't feel like that's the situation here. And I think that's it. I think we went through all of them. Okay, so back to it. Let's take a look here. So I'm definitely getting a strong sense that this ancestor's got a great sense of humor. Maybe not necessarily a child, but a young adult who may have viewed themselves as a child. This self-image of a child may be a false perception that was projected onto them by others through this loss of reputation or status because they had a magic-based belief system. And the spinster, I'm not really sensing necessarily a spinster, but more of, definitely someone who was more into, I'm not really even sensing healing arts, but more definitely into the magical type spirit work, and so may have lived alone, not necessarily on the outskirts of town, at the edge of the forest or anything like that, but by themselves. Oh, I know what I wanted to read to you was this pre-earth. I don't know why that got skipped over. Let's take a look. I really want to see what the deck says about that. Bear with me here. This is the time frame. Pre-earth. I've never seen that come up in this deck before. Not even seeing it as an option in here. Okay, so this part of the reading, this feeling I'm getting is this evasive, like you can see how much trouble I'm having going through this book, and I've never had that much trouble. Here we go. Trying to find information in these books before. Pre-earth indicates a period before humans inhabited the earth. This is a really ancient energy. It almost feels like a little bit of a trickster energy, to be honest. Okay, so as I'm sitting here, I'm trying to make sense of this, and the energies I'm feeling are a little bit contradictory, but not really, and it's really intriguing me. And as I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the word hubris, you know, not this related, but what's coming to mind is trickster. Okay, and I'm sitting here thinking, well, this feels like a spirit, right? Like a spirit, like before spirits started having human form here on earth. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, you know, how can a spirit commit suicide, right? Like, and then I just hear this laughing, like this trickster energy, like it's a joke. And then I'm remembering this part of the card here where it just says, shake the nonsense out. So, yeah. Okay, so we're just going to go with whatever ancestral energy we have here today. That's the feeling that I'm getting. That is the energy. It's quite unique, but we're going to roll with it. All right. On to the message, Ancestor. What message do you want to bring forward to whoever is still here and watching? Because I'm probably past the 6 minutes people usually watch my videos. Let's see if you're still here. This message is for you. And I'm sensing to pull 6 cards, which is why the 6 minutes came to mind. So I get a strong sense. I'm looking over here at the Celestite card, and I'm thinking this message is about, you know, Spirit wants to bring forward about personal growth. And then what came to mind is, don't take things so damn seriously. Have a sense of humor. Lighten up in your growing process. Things are going to get a little crazy. Things might get stressful. Things might get shooken up a bit. Things might not go the way you want them to. People might judge you. But what's coming through is the whole purpose of this, you know, the drama of it, you know, having a hard time finding the information and trying to make sense of it, and it feeling kind of like a trickster, is to roll with it. Sense the energies, feel it, go with the flow. And we have a 6 of Cups down here. Can't make this up. Okay. And so straight off that is what's coming through, is this the devil is in the details, just came to mind. It's this overemphasis on everything needs to be perfect. I's need to be dotted. T's need to be crossed. Why are things so hard? This is the nonsense. This is what needs to be shaken out. In the growing process, you're going to have challenges. You can't grow without having challenges to build your strength. And you've probably been through quite a few challenges. And so the main message so far is to really just let loose, relax, have a good time with the growth process. Okay, so let's see here. Ace of Wands and Queen of Wands and the Moon. Got it. Okay, so looking here, I'm seeing this moon as a very moodiness, which really kind of makes sense with this kind of dramatic reading so far. So we're talking about you in the space of experiencing and purposefully working towards personal growth, self-development, whether that's in any area of your life or whatever areas of life it affects you in, whatever personal growth you are working on, this is the environment that you're in. Okay, so we're getting quite a sense of moodiness here. And this, I know this is a 10 of Wands. Usually in a Rider-Waite tarot would have a character with 10 wands on their back. But what I'm really getting out of this card is she's just like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it anymore. I've had too much. There's too much responsibility. There's too many problems. Things aren't going right. I don't want to hear it anymore. Can't I just close my eyes and make it all go away? And, you know, the stress might be weighing you down a little bit, focusing too much on the struggles at hand instead of focusing on what's coming, where you're headed, the destination, and enjoying the journey. Okay, so the advice then from this ancestor is you got to get out of this funk here. Like, seriously, it's not that bad. Stop focusing on every little bad thing that's happening, because these things have to happen in order to get you to where you want to go. You might as well have fun with it. So the way that you can get out of this funk, we see the Ace of Wands here, which is a renewal of your inner fire, your sense of purpose, your drive. And with the Star card here, you're moving from the moon back into some star energy, and she's laying in this water with the roses. So it's all about self-care and your dreams of the future. Okay, and I've been saying this in several of my videos. Some of these messages kind of are coming across like they could be cliche, but it's really a lot deeper than that. So the need and importance to really take care of yourself so that you are in a very balanced state, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually balanced and stable. That's where you're going to be your strongest. That is where you are going to be able to conquer and tackle anything that comes your way. Okay? You got to tap into that spark of fire that is inside of you. But you're going to be able to do that from a balanced state. And how we do that right now when you're moody and emotional, whether it's hormones or stress or just too much drama going on around you that you're having a hard time disconnecting from, whatever it is, the way to take care of that is to take care of yourself. So whether that's buying flowers, taking a bath, taking a walk in the mountains or on the beach, or staring at the stars at night, whatever you have to do, even if it's 1 minute here, 2 minutes there, 6 minutes here, you know, every little bit adds up and helps. So take a couple minutes to close your eyes and take a few deep breaths and clear your mind several times a day, whatever you need to do. The advice is that's where you start. Once you get here, once you get tapped back into that spark energy, remembering again that this celestite has this mineral that is used for fireworks, right? So this stone wants to come in and help as well to really help ignite that spark inside of you. And if you don't have this stone, like I don't have this stone, what you can do is you can take the image and you can meditate on it and meditate on the energy it represents and really tap into that energy in that way. And you can still work with the energy of certain stones even if you don't have a physical stone. I know we can't all go out and buy one of every stone that there is. There's just too many of them. I'd love to, but not practical. Okay, so once you get that spark going and you've got some really good balance here, then it's really about this giving and receiving of this 6 of Cups. okay? She's got this huge tsunami size wave in the background. And let me take a close look at this. So I can't really tell by the image if that's supposed to be like a rocky beach and the water is actually up to here, but the way I'm looking at it is it actually feels like she's on a cliff, and that's like a cliff edge, and this is like just a huge like tsunami coming in, but she doesn't have a care in the world here, and she has all 6 of these cups full, and it's almost like she's giving them as an offering in a way. And it just has this great calmness to the card, despite, you know, this seeming danger. And despite this danger, she is offering up, showing up, being present. She is able to face, could be a he, you know, I'm just saying she because what's on the card here, but the energy does have more of a divine feminine feel to it. I definitely would say that this ancestor has a feminine energy to it. Quite a sparky energy, but yes. Once you tap into your initial spark here, you know, then you're really able to face these challenges like a boss, right? You've got the Queen of Wands here, Queen of Fire, and those waters are calm. So what I'm seeing here is that you're going to survive whatever challenges come your way. And the way you're going to do that is by taking care of yourself and being generous and grateful any way that you can. But again, Ancestor is coming in again saying, don't forget about to have fun. Like, that's the whole point. So, strong emphasis on enjoying the process. Enjoy your self-care. Find ways to give back that bring you joy. You know, maybe if growing up maybe you didn't live in a space that you had a lot of options for food. So maybe you can, take someone out to dinner or work at a food drive or, something like that. You find a way to give, to bless, to help others in a way that nourishes your soul, right? Something that you're going to enjoy. So the joy keeps coming up. I want to pull another card because these cards are really speaking here of the advice of how to get out of this funk and reconnect to yourself. And then you're basically in this very stable space of your own power and blessing and giving despite the challenges that are coming, and that you'll make it through just fine. But the Ancestor is really saying here, fun, 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 have fun, enjoy the journey. Don't be so stressed out or uptight. You need to enjoy the process. Whatever you do for self-care, you need to enjoy it. Whatever you need to do out of gratitude and blessing others, it needs to be something that gives you joy. If you want to keep stoking that inner fire that's going to get you through. I mean, this is a tsunami here, right? Like, that's how it's coming through for me. And you got a little spark here that you're drowning out with your moodiness. So you need to really get that spark going, and not only get that spark going, but turn it into a full fire of your inner power so that it can stay lit and withstand, any storm that comes its way. And on the bottom here, we have Two of Swords. This is a choice. It's a choice to make. All right, so I want to pull 3 more cards. How can we embrace the fun, the joy, the excitement in the process, the having a good time? How do we do this? Okay. 77 may be an important number for someone. So again, with the Two of Pentacles, we have this sense of groundedness and balance, connecting to the crystals, celestites coming through again. Really tap in to this energy here of this stone. It's going to help you really let loose and relax a little bit. We see this woman walking down the journey, the path. Layers, right? So this is like the chakras here on this Seven of Pentacles. But the way to really stay grounded here and tap into the earthly pleasures and joy and experience of being alive is to not look at it as one big thing. Break it down into pieces. Enjoy something about every little step of the way, about every little aspect of each little step. Really break it down. Find the small things. So what I'm hearing now is you're stressing about the small things. Instead, find something to be happy about, or some way to lighten the mood around every one of those little things that you're focusing on. And that's going to bring the joy back in. Okay, well, that was kind of a crazy, wild reading here. I really enjoy working with this ancestor energy. It's kind of crazy. It's all over the place. It's kind of funny. But let me know if you made it this far to the video, and be blessed. I'll see you all next time.